Well, as part of our commitment to keeping you informed and empowered about what's going on within our state amid the coronavirus outbreak, every Sunday night our news team is bringing you a review of stories that have happened in the past week and a preview of what's to come in the week ahead. Here are Rob Quirk and Elizabeth Watts.
A lot happening this week as we move forward in the fight against this pandemic. All of this related to a 4-week trend now of more cases, averaging over 400 new cases every day in Colorado. A number of counties, including El Paso, working to try and stem the rise and the risk of losing variances. So they've submitted a plan to the state to try and reverse the trend. Pueblo also this week exceeded its threshold for new cases under variance approval. The governor identified a growing trend among younger people in particular, imposing a 10 p.m. last call order for bars and restaurants to serve alcohol to try and stem the tide of people drinking and then not complying with social distancing guidelines. That order being challenged in court, by the way. A slew of local school districts announcing their plans this week on how they plan to reopen, when, and generally speaking, it was a mixture of some in-person classes, a lot of online options, or a hybrid schedule, particularly for high school students. Although there was plenty of pushback from teachers across the Pikes Peak region this week and from the Colorado Education Association, who say these guidelines are not safe, and they've threatened to keep teachers away if they are not allowed more input in that process. The Air Force determined this week the Academy's role is mission essential, so they will be the first college campus in the entire country to return the entire cadet class to on-campus learning, although some will be housed off-campus as a health and safety precaution. Governor Polis also resigned to the fact that there is no national testing strategy, so he's encouraging a larger public-private partnership in Colorado to go it alone, announcing new contracts with 3 providers to conduct more testing to complement the state tests. In Washington, lawmakers still at a standstill on the next COVID-related relief package as they struggle with a new stimulus, the cost, the debate over the extension of unemployment benefits, although there appears to be consensus on more funding for testing dollars and money for schools to reopen. President Trump this week finally encouraging wearing a mask while canceling the Republican National Convention gathering in Jacksonville due to COVID. We're in another difficult period, everybody, so the more we insist on wearing a mask, limiting socialization, keep distancing, the more quickly we can turn things around. Stay strong, stay focused. We are all in this together. We're always watching out for you. I'm Rob Quirk.
Also watching out for you, I'm Elizabeth Watts with a look at some of the Rebound Colorado stories you'll see this week here on News 5. Tomorrow, I'm taking you to the Sugar Plum Cake Shop in Colorado Springs to see what they're doing to rebound. Their pastry chefs have been working around the clock, what they've had to overcome during the pandemic, and how they're helping future brides and grooms plan right now. And on Tuesday, Patrick Nelson showing us how to help teens build and protect their credit during the pandemic. He's speaking with a credit expert about some simple financial moves that parents can make right now to help set your kids up for future financial success. And on Wednesday, catering businesses have taken a huge hit during the pandemic due to large gatherings being canceled for months. We're taking you to the picnic basket that lost almost $1 million worth of business in the first 6 hours of the shutdown. How they've been working to survive. Also find out about the safety net that they now have in case things go south once again. And on Thursday, Patrick Nelson showing us some peer support for first responders, a suicide prevention program working to connect our veterans and first responders to help them work through these mental challenges together. How you could get connected to this important group and more on their special retreat that helped bring people together and battle stress at the same time. These stories and so much more this week on News 5. And as Rob said, we are in this together. Don't forget, we'll get through this one day at a time, and we'll see you this week.